What's up, everybody? It is Mars Sports by Marshall. We're making NFL picks today. Hold up 1 second. Is there any games tonight? Oh, shoot, there is a game tonight. I had no clue. Sorry, I'm just double checking there's college games. I should have done that before the stream. I apologize. But we have... Oh, wait, I don't want to go to this game first. We've got NFL games this week. It's nice to see the NFL back. We're at that prime time where high school, college, and NFL's back. Very, very beautiful time of year. My favorite time of year. I love the fall. Love the freaking stuff that's in it. But yeah. Anyways, let's freaking back into this. Tonight, Commanders versus Packers. This is going to be a really good game. Like, both these teams are looking really good. Commanders beat the Giants last week in a very defensive-heavy match. And only holding the Giants to 6 points. So very impressive things there. The Commanders. Packers, on the other hand, they looked really good against a really good Detroit team. Yes, I know they lost out the coordinators, but still. Lots of good stuff. So let's check. I'm just closing the door. But, yeah. But I think either of these teams can win tonight. If I had to guess, I'm going to go Washington to win this game. Only 30% go to them. I'd have to see Green Bay winning it too. Now the Sunday noon games. You had San Francisco versus New Orleans. 49ers beat the Seahawks last week in a pretty close game. Seahawks are supposed to be a good team this year. So yeah. Saints, on the other hand, I mean, close loss against Arizona. Kellen Moore made some questionable calls at the end of the half. I know it's his first game, but still. I wish he would have given Spencer Rattler a chance to drive down the field. But hey, it's his first game. I'm not going to write him off immediately, obviously. So yeah, but overall, this game. Oh wow, Brock Purdy's out. Man, at that point, I don't know. That's actually tough because if Brock Purdy's out, that's actually going to really hurt him. But I don't know. It's made it tougher, honestly. I'll still go San Francisco. And a whopping 81% on them as well. Hope the Saints win. I don't really have much hope this season, yeah. Oh, yeah, the Saints' opening game winning streak has officially ended, which really sucks. But, I mean, I guess LSU's winless, opening game winless streak ended. How ironic they come in the same year. Bless you. Sorry, my dog's sneezing for some reason. Jacksonville versus tonight. How about Jacksonville beat up Carolina last week? Yeah, that game. Yes, I know that game had some weather issues, but man, Jacksonville, they look good. Liam Cole might actually be the guy to be the coach of the future. As they look good in that game. They're taking on a Cincinnati team who looked very shaky against the Browns of all teams, but hey, at least you won. I actually predicted the Browns to win that game because I know Cincinnati usually starts out pretty slow in the season, but yeah. But who thinks to win this game? I'm going to take a swing. I'll go the Jaguars. 21% go them as well. Cincinnati early season I don't really trust, but they played a really bad Cleveland Browns team. Like, the Browns are not supposed to be a good team this year. Let's be completely real here. Yeah, they might be a good team and all, but I want to pick the Cincinnati. I love Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, but still. But, yeah. Only 21% go with them. Hey, go see though. Just the O-line just keeps on effing Joe Burrow over, man. I got Giants versus the Cowboys. Deron playing get injured again. That man always gets injured, I swear. Giants offense looked very depressing last week. Only 6 points on the board. Russell Wilson, not even half his passes completed. I know it's a terrible team. I know the Giants are not a good team, or have been a terrible team. I guess I think they got some talent on that team, like obviously like the defense, Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter, Ryan Burns. They got potential. I don't hold the Commanders at 21, but still not great. Overall, though, yeah, but they are playing the Cowboys. They actually didn't look too bad in that Philly game. They actually scored more points on the Eagles in that game than they did on any of the games on their games last season combined against the Eagles. So yeah, but overall, I do think Dallas is going to win this game. I think they're a better team. 79% go with them as well. I also think they're with them being at home is going to help too. But who knows? Remember that one year the Cowboys were undefeated at home? They got crushed by in the playoffs. Yeah, I sure do. I know Yeesh does, but yeah. I got Chicago versus Detroit. Chicago, man, they were literally up 17-6 and then choked that game away. I tell you what, man, that's concerning. That's concerningly unclutch. Yeah, but Chicago's definitely got a good a good team like Santal, like Caleb Williams. I mean, there's definitely a long way to go. But I mean, hey, he didn't have any interceptions last week. 1 touchdown, but still. And then he's playing taking on Jared Goff, 79.5% completion. So it was really accurate, besides that 1 interception, obviously. But yeah, overall, I do think that Detroit's a better team. 70% go with them as well. Why is it notifying me if someone's store is expiring soon? Never seen them do that before. Now at the Rams versus the Titans. Rams got a big win against Houston last week. Being 4-9 as that defense looked good in that game. Taking on Tennessee, who played the Broncos. That game was a decently close game, but still. Definitely a very bad start for Cam Ward. 42.9% completion, no touchdowns. It's rough. I mean, no interceptions at least, but still. Not great. I mean, to be fair, that team kind of sucks, but still. I'll go Rams. 83% go with them as well. We got Patriots versus Dolphins. The Patriots, they lost against the Raiders last week. I told y'all the Raiders were going to win that game. Y'all didn't even believe me. Yeah, it was a close game, but still. Definitely a lot to be left. Definitely something to build on. The team on the Dolphins probably looked like the worst team in the NFL last week. They looked horrible against Daniel Jones of all people. And the Colts, bro. Like, how does that even happen? I actually think New England's going to win this game. 47% go as well. It's just Miami looked so bad last week. Granted, they could come back, obviously, but still. Not very good. Then I got Buffalo versus New York Jets. The Bills got a huge win last week. They made a huge comeback against the Ravens. One of the rare times a random two-point conversion actually comes in clutch. So yeah, correct. I mean, yeah, Lamar Jackson controversy and all that, but still, that's on the other side. And we have a big win against the Ravens. They might be potentially facing off against each other in the AFC Championship. I'm sorry, I'm too much in the concept at this point. AFC Championship. We'll see. They are taking on the Jets, who, I mean, their offense looked good last week. They scored 32, but you let the Steelers score 34 on you? Come on, bro. What do you do? But I think the Jets can potentially be a decent team this year, but they're playing the Bills, and I'm going to go with the Bills. 85% go with them as well. Then you have the Seahawks versus the Steelers. Seahawks, I mean, they played a close game against 49ers, but ended up losing that game after all. I thought Clint Kubiak's offense would be a better off starting. What do I know? They are taking on the Steelers, who actually, Aaron Rodgers looked good last week. I mean, 4 touchdowns. That is really good. I mean, for a guy that's like 70 years old, that's impressive. Sam Darnold, solid completion rate, but I mean, 0 touchdowns, not great. But yeah, if it was against 49ers, but still, I'm actually going to go Pittsburgh to win this one. 77% got them as well. Oh, jeez. Browns versus the Ravens. Browns almost beat the Bengals last week, but in the end, Bengals came in clutch. Joe Flacco, I mean, more interceptions and touchdowns. Not a great start for him. I did not realize Dylan Sampson was the leading rusher for the Browns. So many random players on the Browns, man. They're taking on the Ravens and Lamar Jackson, who looked great in their game last week until they absolutely choked it away. But Ravens, though, they're coming back. As long as they're a more clutch team, I think they'll be fine against the Browns. Give me Ravens. 86% go with them as well. I got Denver versus Indianapolis. Shoot. Sorry. We had the Broncos versus the Colts. Broncos looked good in their game last week. Yeah, they were playing the Titans, who suck, but still. Good start to their season for them. They take on the Colts, who absolutely demolished Miami last week. And Daniel Jones, man, credit to him. 75.9% completion. Running 272 yards and a touchdown. Credit to him, man. That's impressive. I mean, he might be making a comeback for once, so yeah. But, I'm actually going with Indiana to win this game. Or Indianapolis, sorry. 37% go with them as well. Denver goes, I think, Denver will for sure have a shot, man. I know that the favorite in that game. Carolina versus Arizona. The Panthers did not look good in that game last week because they lost to Jacksonville. I did not realize they lost every single preseason game they played. Taking on the Cardinals, who beat the Saints last week in a close game. Maybe if maybe some things went the other way, they would have lost. But hey, Cardinals think could be a decent team this year. But give me the Cardinals. 85% of them as well. I think they look like a better team at this point. Dude, why is this not? Now here's the match of the week, bro. The Eagles versus the Chiefs. Super Bowl rematch. What a game we have on tap for us. Philadelphia beat Dallas last week in the game. I can't believe they played this match week 2. I thought they played it later in the season. Yep, my Super Bowl rematch is going to be it's going to be absolute cinema, telling you for a fact. Jalen Hurts looked good last week. No touchdowns, no interceptions, but only 152 yards, but 82.6% completion rate. But he got 2 rushing touchdowns, so what's that all the touchdowns they got? I think they won 24-20. Yeah, there's something else. Yeah, but how is he the leading rusher over Saquon Barkley? Yeah, and they are taking on the Chiefs, who lost to the Chargers last week in Brazil, which kind of shocked me, but I'll take it. Patrick Mahomes, 258 yards at a touchdown. I mean, it's Mahomes magic. He had a rushing touchdown, but I mean, lots of new on that team, to be fair. I mean, who's that wide receiver even supposed to be? Like, Hollywood. Oh, it's Hollywood Brown. Duh, I'm so stupid. Yeah. I think it's going to win. I'll take the Eagles. 65% on them as well. It's just they beat them up so much in the Super Bowl. I can't even imagine. I just don't know if Kansas City could hold them off. But, to be fair, Kansas City's at home. So, yeah. Yeah, it's Sunday Night Football. Atlanta taking on Minnesota. I'll tell you what. Atlanta, for young, definitely unclutch for sure. But they got potential. Atlanta's one of the most unclutch teams ever. Michael Penix 1 touchdown and almost 300 yards, so good stuff there. They're taking out J.J. McCarthy. I'm just reading the quarterback stats in Minnesota. Made it rallied at the end to make a comeback. His first start, only 143 yards, but 2 touchdowns, and yeah, there's an interception, but still, definitely got some potential there. Yeah, but man, I did not realize Atlanta lost all their preseason games too. They haven't won a game in a while. Minnesota, they beat Chicago in the end. Yeah, but I do think Minnesota's a better team. Game Minnesota, 77% of them as well. They got not 1, but 2 Monday night games. Why is it starting at 9 p.m.? I have no clue. It's like an average Pac-12 game. A Big 12 game now an average ACC game because, Cal and Stanford exist. Yeah, in the conference. Tampa Bay versus Houston. Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield definitely not the greatest completion rate. 33.1 completion rate of 167 yards. Not that much, but 3 touchdowns is really impressive. So some good stuff going there. They beat Atlanta last week, so good start to the season for them. I didn't realize Igbuka had 2 touchdowns yet. They'll be taking on, but I did not know Baker Mayfield was the leading rusher too. They're taking on the Texans, which T.J. Stroud definitely good completion rate, but not as many yards as I thought, and only in an interception. But yeah, I mean, definitely got the potential on offense, but I mean they only scored 9 points last week, so that's a little strange. Yeah, Jaden Higgins was the leading receiver. Former Iowa State wide receiver, and it is with his boy Jalen Noel, also the former Iowa State wide receiver. What's next? They're going to draft Rocco Beck next year. I think Tampa Bay overall looked like a better team last week, so I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. 60% go with them as well. I wanted to pick the Texans, but gotta go with my gut, man. At 9 p.m., Pac-12 After Dark. Chargers versus Raiders. You remember last time this game was on prime time? I think it was the last time. 63-21. Although I shouldn't probably be saying anything bad about Brandon Staley because he's the defensive coordinator for the Saints now. Yeah, but Chargers actually beat the Chiefs last week, which actually kind of surprised me, but credit to them, man. I'm taking on the Raiders, who beat New England last week in a close game. So yeah, definitely not going for both these teams, but I'm going to go with Louisiana. I'm so stupid. The Chargers to win this one. 67% go with them as well. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.